Hi TikTokers, welcome to Shaky Nan's makeup session today. Oh my goodness, are you ready for this? I don't know whether I am or not. For makeup, trying to put makeup on when you're shaking like this is very hard, very challenging. I normally only wear eyeliner and powder each day. That's because I don't want to give up that bit of makeup that I do wear. I do have eyelash extensions on where they individually glue an eyelash onto each of my eyelashes. But they've been on now for about 4 or 5 weeks, so they're all starting to get all messy and clumpy because they're all starting to fall out. So they last good for a few weeks. You should go and get them infilled, but I normally wait till they all fall out and then go and get them again. So I love watching makeup videos because I just think it's incredible how these women and men can put on makeup, because that's one thing we can't. So I don't even know where to start. I think I've got to start with my brows, don't I? I've just got a pencil because I will try with powder as well. We'll see how we go, but I don't like my chances. I don't know why people are into brows now. They never used to be. And it's all about trying to support that hand while I've and plus I can't see because I haven't got my glasses on, so I could look like a clown at the end of this, but we'll see how we go, eh? I'm not even getting on there, I don't think. I'll have to put my glasses on in a second and see if I've even got my brow. But years ago, I used to pick on all my friends that are a bit older than me and say, you need glasses, I tell you what, the night that my eyes went, they were gone by the next morning. When it's amazing how quick, when they do go, they go. Now look how I'm doing. You're probably having a heart attack watching me do this, because this is not the way I should be doing my brow, but this is the only way I can do it. All right, now let's see how I went. I don't even think I've even got it on my brows. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it on my brows. See? I'm not going thicker, or that was just colouring in my brows that I have. Oh, the glasses actually help me keep it on there. Gives me something to balance on. Oh, well, if that's how you do your brows, that's how they're done. I think I've coloured in half my skin as well. Is bacon bad for you? I love bacon. Oh. Okay, so how'd I go? I'm not widening them, that's it. This one's a bit, how you going, I think. Over here. Okay, I think I got them. I don't think they're even, but oh well, that's them. One thing done. All right, eyeshadow. Now this stuff is scary. Only because I know it's going to go everywhere. Oh, I'm going to take my specs off. Okay. can't ever hold anything. These people that can hold a mirror while they're doing it, no, sorry, I've had to work out how to do it for you guys, and this is the only way I can, into a little magnifying mirror so I can sort of see what I'm doing. Now, I was watching a video last night of makeup, and I have hooded eyes, so it's got to go up here, the powder or something. I don't know. I tell you, these people that can do these faces, like I said, absolutely brilliant. I suppose, oh, I can't even see this. Oh well. I think I've got some on there. Now this is, I have essential tremor. That's why I'm shaking like this. When people ask, sometimes I do say it's sort of like Parkinson's, but it's actually not like Parkinson's. The only similarity is that we shake. We don't have the added health problems that Parkinson's do, but I've had essential tremor all my life, and I turned 50 a couple of weeks ago. So to me, it is a normal way of life. I don't know what. I'll do another colour. I'll do a dark colour out here in the corner and see how we go with that, eh? So it makes everything you do hard. I'm just trying to. They say tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap sometimes is very easy for us. It all depends what our shakes are doing at the time. Looks like a big brown something on the corner of my eye. I'm shutting the wrong eye. Okay, let's try. They say blend, 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 blend. I'm not blending, I'm just jumping with it. Okay, let's try the other eye, then I'll stick my glasses on and see what I've done. Oh, shit. Oh, that wasn't too good, was it? Now, these eyes are not going to be even. Because I can't even see what I'm doing. Oh, God, look at that eye. It's just chunked everywhere. All right. Try blend, blend, blend. See if that works. See, I don't blend, I bounce. Oh. Now, I'm not even trying a winged eyeliner. Could you imagine me doing that? I'll have it sliding across my face. I can't even see. Oh, I think that turned out sort of all right. They're nowhere near even. But I'll try a little bit more over here. I think I... Okay, put this lighter colour in here. In the old days when it was just one colour on your eye. Oh, geez, the other side first. One colour on your eye, and back in the 70s it was normally bright blue. Now the way people do makeup now is just amazing. I don't even know what I'm doing here, guys. All these different brushes too. I don't know what they're all for. People doing their makeup and they're, oh, I've got the wrong brush. I'm thinking, it's a brush. Isn't that make that work for you? But no, it doesn't always. Oh, I suppose that's not too bad. Is it? Can you see? I think that'll do. Maybe a bit more colour. You can't really. I suppose less is more, isn't it? All right, that'll do. That will do. Alright, I'm a trusty eyeliner. I do this every day. I use these wind-up pencils and I wind it out long enough so that the lead is on my eyeball, and I use the side of the lead to colour in my waterline. It's the only way I can do it. And that's why I can't do a wing. If I try a wing now, it'd end up in my ear. We're not doing wings. And see, I got that one on, but that's how I do my eyeliner each day, and I just keep going until I get it on there. Most of the time I have the panda eyes, because using the side of the brush, it does go under my eyes as well, but I can't help where it's going. I can't. If it's going on, it's going on wherever it goes and wherever it lands. Okay, so I've got that on. Now, mascara, as I said, I've got eyelash extensions on it. Don't do mascara. And normally with these, I just fan them with my fingers each day. If I use these spoolies that they give you at first, you pull too many lashes out. But now that they're starting to fall out and they're starting to clump, this is why I don't wear mascara. Oh, now my eyes watering. Paying myself big time. So this is why you don't wear mascara. Oh, got me. But now I need to brush them a bit because they are clumping. They're starting to fall out there. Some of them are laying sideways now. I'm going to poke myself again. Now, if this had mascara on it, it would be everywhere at the moment. I would have it on my nose, on my cheek, on my eyelids. Probably on my forehead too. Oh, to redo that eyeliner now, I've wiped it all off. Those ones are not separating. I think they're halfway and sideways. So see how this eye has less eyelashes than this one now, because I must lay on this side more overnight. Okay, that got it a bit. This eye. No, they're just not separating today. It's time for them to come out. Okay, fix that eyeliner up. Oh, I just snapped my pencil. Okay. exhausting. Everything's exhausting. Now I've got a eyelash in my eye somewhere. Where is it? Okay, well that's not too bad. CBD and THC are tricky over in Australia because it's illegal over here. And we do have roadside drug tests, like a breath test. So if you do get pulled over or if you're in a car accident and you have that in your system, you're in big trouble. So that's really hard. I have tried it and it does sort of help, but what can you do when it's illegal and you could get arrested for driving with it? I don't want to give up driving. I need to be able to drive still. Even driving doesn't really affect me at all. Once I have my hands on the steering wheel, I've got hold of the steering wheel. My legs, I'll show you a video one day. I'll do a video for you guys in the car. I did one on my Facebook Live and my feet actually, I drive an automatic. I don't drive a manual because my leg up in the air trying to get the clutch shakes all over the place. So in a manual, it's only the accelerator and the brake, and my other foot sort of tucks under my foot to prevent the shaking, and I can control my foot and leg that way. My hands, like I said, once they're on the steering wheel, they're not going anywhere. They do shake, but they're not shaking the steering wheel, so I don't want to. You can get the medical, but that's still in New South Wales. It's still not. There's a lot of paperwork and hoops and that you've got to get through to be able to get it. And doctors don't know about essential tremor, so if you ask them for it, they just look at you stupid because half the doctors don't know about it, unfortunately. So let's do some foundation. This stuff I'm old now, so this stuff gets in all your wrinkles, increases your wrinkles, so I don't really like wearing foundation anymore. How do the older makeup artists do it with the wrinkles? We need stuff that fills in the cracks and not helps the cracks show up. Now I know I'm probably doing this all wrong, but as I said, I haven't done it for a long time, except for these videos that I'm doing for you now. And what's all this contouring stuff and that now? We never used to do any of that. Getting there. All right, that's all I need, isn't it? When I watch these videos, they're putting on layers and layers and layers, and you think, whoa, oh, your skin's not going to like that. Okay, now apparently this stuff. Where do I need to put it? Under here or something, isn't it? Where else? Oh, good God. What brush do I use for that? Oh, no. What if... Not that brush. We'll just get this brush. It's probably the wrong brush. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. That is the wrong brush. Because it's doing that. Try this one. I don't know, guys. I think I've just messed all this up. I don't know what I'm doing. Be better to be able to see too. Invent a magnifying mirror that is better for us, please. Okay. Now this is this contour and stuff. I can't work on this stuff yet. Okay, this one I think. I'm sorry guys if you're putting up comments. I'll have a look in a second. I need to put my specs back on. Now I put some primer on before I started. I never knew about that stuff. I tried it one day when I did a live for Facebook, and it actually helps close up your pores and that a bit, but alright, that'll do. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's try some blush. Oh, I know, probably the wrong brush. I don't care. It's the wrong brush. This one up there. Excuse me. All right, we're getting there. What else do I need? Lipstick, and we're finished. Are we? Yay. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. It's light colouring in. I think I've missed my lips everywhere. I'm going to snap the lid. There it is. I breathe out like that just to try and calm myself a bit, especially when they start taking off crazy. I done it. I think that's it. Is it? Let's see. Did I do it all? Yeah, that looks all right. Except for all the cracks and creases and wrinkles now. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. It takes a bit to do, and it's pretty time-consuming and exhausting, but I did it. I think I could even do my wedding makeup. What do you reckon? You can get there eventually. It's probably all wrong and messed up, but that'll do, won't it? Simple things in life with essential tremor aren't simple, guys. As you can see, and that was pretty hard. I'll just have a sip of my coffee. Simple things in life, eh? But I hope that showed you a bit more, guys, that I was saying before about the CBD oil that it's hard over here in Australia because it is illegal over here, and in a couple of states it's not, which is wrong. It shouldn't be, and we're still trying to get it on the medical list. Is a lot of paperwork for you to go through. So it's not an easy thing, and a lot of doctors don't want to put you on it. A lot of doctors don't know about essential tremor and know that it could help essential tremor. But like everything with everyone's tremors are different, and what does work for one person will not work for the next because of the differences in our tremors. And that's the hardest part. I know it shouldn't be illegal. If it's helping people, then how can it be illegal? But it is. And as I said before, we have roadside drug tests over here, like roadside breath tests for alcohol. They can also do a random drug test as well. If that shows up, or if you have a car accident, you have to go to the hospital, get your blood drawn. That'll show up, marijuana. You'll be in big trouble. And that's the hardest thing with marijuana. You could have it today and it stays in your system for 3 months. Even though you're not affected for that 3 months, it still stays in your system. So it can still come up on drug tests and blood drawn tests for accidents and things like that. So that is really hard, especially when it can help you. And it does help a lot of people with conditions, especially these type of conditions, epilepsy, things like that. So it is wrong. That's good. I'm glad that your niece is 9, is on the medical CBD for her seizures. And I'm glad that she can. Do you live in Australia? That's right, everyone should be able to. And there was a question a minute ago. I can't scroll down on my phone because if I do, I'm going to press buttons. There was a question a minute ago, have you ever been bullied? And yeah, I turned 50 a couple of weeks. I still get bullied, especially out in public. And that's why it's so embarrassing living your life out in public like this. There's always someone that gives you a funny look or has something smart to say. And that's why I'm doing these videos, to put it out there to show people this is essential tremor. We're not alcoholics. We're not junkies. We have a neurological condition called essential tremor that makes our body shake. It makes it very hard. Oh, they live in Newcastle. Yeah, yeah, but see, I would have to give up my licence. So it makes it tough, and I don't want to give up my licence. Well, they bully because it's something different, something they haven't seen before. I was telling yesterday, I went into a Chinese shop not long ago and we were in lockdown, so only one person from your house could go to the shops, and I'd been that one person, so I went down to pick up the Chinese and all the kids were home, so, you know, we had like 5 kids, we had 17 containers to pick up, so it was a big, long rectangle box. And I've walked in, I was the only person in the shop. The lady was coming out with my order. And I said, oh, good timing, that's Nicole's. And she said, yes, it is. And so she put it down, she said, hang on, I've just got to get you one more thing. And she walked out the back. And so I was looking in all the bags and containers, making sure we had everything, as you do, to make sure you've got your order before you walk out. And unbeknownst to me, this lady had walked in. Now, we've got our masks on and everything because of lockdown. She shouldn't have actually come in there. She should have waited outside. But she came in and I heard this, how dare you? And I've sort of looked at her and she had this big mask on and I thought it was someone that knew me, someone being funny. And I just went, ha, and kept looking at the food. And she's, how dare you? Looking at someone else's food. And I just started to shake all over. I just went into flight mode. All I could say was, this is my food. And the lady that had served me was coming back out and she said, are you Nicole? I said, yes, I am. This is my food. And the lady said, I thought it was my food. And I just couldn't look at her. I couldn't move. All I could do was just shake. I didn't have my shirts or jumpers or anything on. I was in my daggies because it was this late Saturday afternoon, night. You know, we were all cozying at home, locked down. I didn't have to dress up or anything. I went down there in my daggies and she must have thought I was some junkie off the street coming in there to steal food. So I've picked up the box and I've carried it out to my car and she opened the door for me and she said, oh, sorry about that. And I was crying. I'm trying to hold our box of food and I'm shaking all over. I had to get out in the car park, had to kneel down, put the box sort of on my leg as I'm kneeling down to try and open the car door. I'm thinking I'm going to upend this food everywhere. And I sat in the car and cried and I watched that lady walk out and walk the opposite way and she had a little bag with 3 containers in it. Now, how she thought that food was mine or why she even opened her mouth had nothing to do with her. She'd just walked in. She didn't know, but she must have thought, and we don't have homeless people in our town. We live in a little country town. But I don't know what she thought she was doing. But things like that, that's how we get bullied and judged. And, you know, the people staring at us, they're looking at us, they're laughing at us. Especially, as I just showed you, you know, trying to drink in public. I've got to get my mouth onto the cup and then tip my whole body back. You can't hide that from people. People are seeing that. And there's no way they can't see it. And of course they're thinking, oh my God, what's wrong with her? Look at her, she can't even drink. But these are the difficult and challenging things in public. But what can we do until they can find us that cure? And they haven't found us that cure. You know, there are medications, but the medications they give us are medications for Parkinson's or epilepsy. There's no medication specifically for essential tremor. There's the focused ultrasound or the deep brain stimulation where they go into your head. But if that doesn't work, the focused ultrasound can't be reversed, and that's just ultrasound beams into a certain spot in your head. And the deep brain stimulation is shave your head, 2 wires into your brain, wires coming down to a battery pack. The battery needs to be changed. If that doesn't work for you, and you won't know whether it works or not until after you've had it done. And if that doesn't work for you, then you have to have a whole nother operation to take it all out. So I don't want to try those things unless they're guaranteed that they'll definitely work. And they're not guaranteed to definitely work at the moment. So that's the saddest part for us. People can be so mean, and, you know, it's just a natural way of life, and it's an unfortunate natural way of life that people are mean. When they don't know about something, they jump to their conclusions that they want to all the time. And that's why I'm doing these videos, to try and put it out there that no, we're not alcoholics. No, we're not junkies. I'm sure by, 6 o'clock at night, if I was an alcoholic shaking like this, I would have had drinks by then, plenty of them. So I don't know how people can think we're alcoholics. We'd be having one for breakfast, wouldn't we, if we were? So, and that's the hard part. Alcohol does actually slow our tremors down, and I don't want to encourage alcohol, because a lot of ETers would be alcoholics, because that is our quick fix. It's a quick fix. It's not the fix. And the next day you are twice as shaky because of the alcohol that you had the night before. And it's sort of like your tremors have slowed right down. So the next day, bang, you're getting them twice as bad because you let them slow down that night and you're not supposed to. I don't know what it does, but it does hit you twice as bad the next day when you do have a drink. But that's a good thing you can do if you've got to go to events or, weddings or things like that. You can sort of have a drink before you walk in there. That does calm you a little bit through the night. You can be better, but I always forget about it. What's an alcoholic 2-star? I'm not sure what I mean. It's tough. It's a tough way of life, but we've got to live it. We're still living and breathing, and that's why I'm doing all my craft again and showing ETs. We give up too much in life. We give it up way too quick because it's too easy to give up things rather than trying them. Like the makeup today. It didn't take me too long, and I did it. So, this is why we shouldn't give up things. We give them up too easy. I think we give them up on a day when... what was the first thing you notice with your tremors? Like, to just pop up or gradual? I've had it all my life. I've had it since I was born. My mum remembers me as a toddler. If my older brother would get me in trouble with him, because he always was getting me in trouble. Mum said I would quiver. It was like I was quivering, and she just thought I was a nervous kid. I always thought I was a nervous kid. All through school, it was more staying back, hiding your hands. It was only in my hands then. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 27, and I'd had my 3 kids. I had 3 kids under the age of 2 and 9 months, so I was very busy with them and shaking a lot. And I went to a neurologist when I was 27 for something different, and she said to me, "Why do you shake?" And I said, "I don't know, I've always shook. I'm just a nervous person." And so she sent me off for tests, and it came back that I had essential tremor. And she said, the way she explained it to me was, you have essential tremor, that's where your body finds it essential to tremor. There's no cure for it. There's no specific meds for it. And she said, how do you live with it? And I said, well, I just live with it. It's normal to me. I've had it all my life. I just thought it was me. And she said, well, good, just keep living with it. I tried the medications, but the medications here in Australia came in 10 milligram tablets. And because the tablets are beta blockers, they lower your blood pressure, and I already have low blood pressure. So I had to start off at 10 milligrams and increase by another 10 milligrams every day until I got to a limit where my shakes had stopped. And the doctor said to me, take them home, just try them every day, go up 10 milligrams, but you have to have someone with you to make sure you don't pass out with low blood pressure. So it took me 44 days. In the end, I was taking 44 tablets at once, 440 milligrams, and I still was shaking. So for 44 days, I had to have someone with me every day. And I didn't want to live like that. So I threw the tablets and I just live with it. It's normal to me. I just learned over the years how to adjust that little bit more as you're doing things. And you can still do it. It takes your time. Same with my colouring and that I was doing with you yesterday. You've got to have patience. You've got to have determination. And I love doing things myself. I don't want any help. I want to prove to myself that I can still do it. How often do I tremor? I tremor all day long. I don't stop tremoring. I stop tremoring in my sleep. It's funny, my head, when I lay my head on the pillow, my head will rock me to sleep. But just before you fall asleep, my head stops. And I know, that's it, gone. When I wake up in the morning, before I even open my eyes, when my brain wakes up, my head starts shaking, and I think when you're in that mode, like, no, I don't want to wake up yet, and you're trying to keep your eyes closed. Well, my head's already shaking, and that means ET's awake. It's time to get up. I'm not going back to sleep now. So it's funny, it's when my brain goes to sleep overnight, it stops. When my brain wakes up in the morning, it starts. And it's all day long. My hands and my head are all day long. The rest of my body aren't, only at certain times. If I have to reach up, if I'm in a supermarket, that will get my whole body going and my voice going and everything going. But sitting here like this with you guys, I was saying on one of my Facebook Lives last week, I think it was, I watched an Australian, it might have been The Voice or something like that, about 10 years ago. It was a music show we had, a competition show we had. And there was a guy on there, a young guy, he was only about 17, 18, and he stuttered really bad. But when he sung like an angel. It was incredible. And they said, how do you do it? And he said, what I have to do is take a deep breath and get all those words out in that one breath. And if I do that without taking another breath, I can do it. That's how I talk. I take a deep breath now and I get every word out in that one breath so that I can get it all out. And that helps my tremors. If I talk slowly, that will bring my tremors out more. But taking that deep breath and getting all those words out in that one breath, then that doesn't show my tremors as much. That's the rest of my breath coming out. So that's how I've taught myself. And I taught myself that with reading. I would take a deep breath and I would read so that the words were there for me and it wasn't anything I was trying to make up while I was talking. And that helped my voice tremors because they started probably about 10 years ago. And now I talk like this all the time. You can tell when I'm angry because I run out of breath at the end and I'm trying to get every word out because I'm trying to get every word out in that one breath. And that's how I know that that's what I do. So, yeah, it's a hard way of life, but, you know, what can we do? At least we're living, we're breathing, we can still walk, we've got all our limbs. You know, they may shake in the breeze, but not much else we can do. So my hubby was just trying to ring me. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching again. As you can see, ETers, we can do makeup. It's probably a bit shaky and it's probably not up to the professional standards. And now all my cracks and crinkles are all showing. All my wrinkles. God, it's oh, thank you. You know, it's you do it when you get bullied a lot in life. You do have a kinder soul, and unfortunately, you know, I don't want to be like those bullies. People are horrible, and people need to be nicer in life. The world's too crazy at the moment as it is, without people going crazy as well. I hope everyone's getting over all this COVID and lockdown and everything. We're finally out of lockdown in New South Wales now, or only the vaxxed people are out at the moment. The unvaxxed people aren't allowed out until the 15th of December, but they're all sneaking out. They're all getting into everywhere. They've all got false bloody COVID certificate things on their phones, and they're getting in, and the government's just messed this up once again. Now our numbers are starting to go up again. We'll wait and see what happens. As long as our wedding had to be postponed in October because of COVID till March next year, so as long as we're not in lockdown in March, I don't care what happens. Just let me get married. That's why I started this, because I wanted to get married on my 50th birthday this year. It fell on a Saturday. Shane and I have been together 25, nearly 26 years, and I've never been game enough to get up in front of everyone because of this. So I started these videos to show my family and friends, this is what's wrong with me. I'm going to be shaking like crazy on that day, but, you know, they'll understand. And my videos have kicked off. I was only going to do a couple. Now I've been, in a couple of weeks, it's 12 months, I've been putting these videos up. I do lives on Facebook twice a week, 2 p.m. Sydney Australian time, Tuesdays and Fridays. And they only go for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, just talking about a subject with ET or doing things with you. Like I've done a makeup one before, like I just did for you guys. And it's helping other ETs around the world, which is just amazing. You know, I'm helping ETs learn how to laugh again. I'm helping ETs not feel so alone anymore. Because even though you can have a house full of people, if you're the only one with essential tremor, you feel so alone. And that's just the way it is. No one knows how we feel except for us. But I'm trying to put out there how I feel and let other ETs know it's okay to feel the way we do. But smile and laugh with it. If you're frustrated and miserable, it's going to be a horrible way of life for you. You've got to have a sense of humour with this. And if you don't, it's going to be a very miserable life for you guys. So, you know, have a bit of fun with it. I cook and I throw things everywhere. I've done them on my Facebook Lives. And you just laugh. You know you're going to throw stuff. You know you're going to make messes. There's not much we can do. It is, and it's been great. You know, I did it just for myself, as I said. I was only going to put about 4 or 5 videos up, and it's gone around the world now, and I'm helping thousands of VTs because there are millions of us around the world. I've also, I'm in Australia, so there's an International Essential Tremor Foundation in Kansas in America, and I've also done some videos for them as well for their website. And they're helping me, and the National Tremor Foundation in the UK, they're helping me as well too. But I do need to start up a foundation in Australia. I do need to get it out to the media and to the doctors and to everyone. I was asked to go to Parliament House in August this year to go and see the senators and the MPs and tell them about essential tremor. But with COVID, that was put off, and it was postponed till October because it was when we were in lockdown, it was, we're going to be in 7 days lockdown. Now we're in another 2 weeks lockdown. So you were sort of putting things off, not 6 months in advance, but hoping that we'd be opened up. But then it ended up being in lockdown for 3.5 months. So October was postponed as well, and it's postponed until the beginning of next year. I really wanted to get there this year because March is International Essential Tremor Awareness Month. And I never knew until I started doing these videos because Australia doesn't recognise it. And so I wanted to get Australia on the ball this March. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I think I have to go to the media now and start getting on the morning shows and things like that to try and put it out there and to try and get it recognised, because there's so many of us that are just hiding away. Before I started doing these videos, I hid away for 15, 16 years. It was too hard doing anything anymore, because of this and the embarrassment of it when you're out in public. So your music, Ryan, yes. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was an interesting one and a fun one for you. I really wish these would stay on TikTok. I might have to try and get this one onto YouTube as well, because it's an interesting one as well. And it just shows more people what it's like to live like this, and what it's like trying to do normal everyday things, simple things in life. Easy with essential tremor. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me again. I'll try and come on tomorrow sometime. I'm still trying to work out my times to come on here and do my lives, so I'm not sure whether I'll be on every day. I have been on every day so far this week, but I'll wait and see what's going on and how often I can get on here with you guys. All right, guys, love you all. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all the likes and the love. Please come and join me again. If you follow me, you'll get a notification that Shaky Nen has gone live, and you can come and join me and see what else I have planned for you. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of craft and that with you. I do my craft with Facebook, but I only do it for about 5 minutes. So then I did this paint by number. It took me about 6 weeks to do. But people were saying, oh, you didn't do that. You got someone else to do that after you left us. But I didn't. I did it myself. So that's why I thought I'll come on here and show you that it is only me doing things and doing my craft and showing other ETers, don't give up. We've got this. We can do it. We're not dying. And essential tremor isn't going to kill us. There's actually a study came out that people with essential tremor live longer. So there you go. All this shaking will help us in the end. All right, guys. Love you all. Thank you again for joining me. And I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.